Hey, Jason here, and welcome to today's Money Mindset Study Session. Hope you had a great week. I hope you're enjoying your Friday. Hope everything is going well. So enjoying this Money Mindset Study Session. I really love doing it. It's me intact and keeping me on my toes. Same thing for So today, instead of reading the book, I wanted to do something a little differently. And what I wanted to do is just really talk to you about what are we doing here? Besides us creating a habit around money, creating new sales around money, what we're starting to do is, okay, hold on one second. I forgot to put my do not disturb on. So what we're actually starting to do is we're starting to learn how to conserve money. Like one of the things that they don't teach us in school is for each part of your life, there's different facets of your life that are important. Each part is a different type of personality. However, when it comes to money, you need to be very and extremely conservative. You need to conserve your money. Most people, when they hear the word conservative, they're thinking about politics or religion or old time traditions. That's not what we're talking about. Like, it's your life is your life. If you live a liberal life and you're out there doing whatever you want, that's your problem. Me personally, as Jason, I don't care what you do with your personal life. I do not get involved in people's bedrooms and I don't get involved in people's homes. However, we do need to start changing our wallets. And you cannot be liberal with money. To be liberal with money means you're just unconsciously spending. Most of us are actually born into families that are wills. I'm always saying we need to start redefining words. We need to understand what words mean, especially if you're using the English language. English is not a mother tongue. English is a language that was put together to manipulate and control. So because of that, most of us don't really know the words that we think we know. We use them all the time, but we don't have an understanding. So conservative. And what I did, I went and looked up what is the actual root of the word. The Latin word of it is conserva or conservare, however you want to pronounce it. But that means, let me pull up my computer, the Latin word to keep or to guard. You want to keep or guard as much as your money as possible. You do not want to give your money away. You do not want to just throw your money away. The more you keep in guard, you can use it for better times. You can use it to advance your life. This is how you actually become successful financially. This is how you reach financial freedom. It wasn't me reading all of these books that I'm going over you with that got me to where I could start traveling the world. I could live in other countries. It was me keeping and guarding my money. I started becoming conservative with my money. I started conserving my money. I stopped just spending it on name brand things. I stopped just spending it emotionally. You know, if I'm pissed off or something going on, I'll go buy a gun or do something silly. If I'm not feeling good, I'll go out to eat or something. I stopped doing those things. And you have to start conserving your money. You have to keep or protect it. Because if you don't, you're going to just keep giving it up. And even the word conserve, to protect. And the problem with these words, when you read them in a dictionary, I've been looking them all up for a while, they're all trying to tell you that, oh, it's about environment. You need to conserve the environment. You're trying to conserve traditional beliefs. Who cares about those things? You need to conserve money. You need to be focused on your money. Where is your money going every single day? I remember personally getting paid, and then within a week, I'm broke. I couldn't figure out where my money went. Look at my bank account, I just see cash withdrawal, cash withdrawal, cash withdrawal. Didn't know what the hell I did with it. So you have to start actually protecting your money, even if it means protecting it from yourself. You need to start budgeting. You need to start understanding what is your weekly budget, what is your monthly budget, what is your fixed budget, what is your actual discretionary income. Like, all of those things really matter. You can read all of these books till you turn blue. The books don't mean anything if you are not actually applying the knowledge. And all these books are telling you is to conserve. It's telling you to be conservative with your money. And Everything around you is going to tell you the complete opposite. Oh, he just don't want you to have fun. Oh, he's just trying to tell you not to live your best life. You worked hard. You deserve it. That is what poor people keep telling each other. This is why I quit listening to a lot of people. When I started looking at people's results and started seeing if they do not have anything that I want or value in life, if I'm not just a little bit jealous, I don't need to listen to them. Stop listening to people who are telling you, oh man, let's go out and have a drink. Oh man, let's just go out to eat. Even if you're a guy going on dates and you want to go on a date, if a woman's keep trying to have you going out to the club, spending money, you need to drop her. You need to find someone that is conservative with the money, someone that's going to keep and protect it. That's how you build a good relationship. You're not going to build a good relationship finding someone in the club. You're not going to really build a good relationship finding someone that's out at night. If you do not start becoming conservative when it comes to your money, you will never understand how much money you have wasted and passed through your fingertips. Me personally, just from all of my checks in the military, I was really conservative. If I was smart, I remember in South Korea when I was stationed there. There was one of my NCOs. His name was Flanders. We used to make fun of him, calling him Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. He was a very frugal person. He didn't drink. He didn't go out. He stayed on the base. Even though he had money, he wouldn't eat out. He would just eat at the DFAC where he could eat for free. And we used to make fun of him. But now when I look back, I'm like, man, this man could have taught me so much, but I was too ignorant to understand it. I was not able to understand and grasp the lessons that he was sharing. You have to be conservative with your money. If you look back on anything that you ever truly wanted, any possibilities that you truly wanted to act on, and if you didn't have the money for it at that instant, did you ever say, man, if I wouldn't have purchased this, if I wouldn't have done this, I would be able to do this? That is what you have to start looking at. Like, sometimes we are the problem when it comes to us advancing in life. We are the roadblock that's stopping us from getting our financial freedom. And financial freedom is a lot cheaper than the slavery of being in debt, the slavery of having a fun life. Like, even now when I watched some of these pop the balloon shows, like today I watched one and there was people like 35 and up. And there was a bunch of old stupid fools. Oh, you need to spend money on me. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, I deserve this. Guys, please hear me on this. If you're not going to conserve, keep, and protect your money, no one's going to come and help you. No one owes you anything. And then the other part of once you start keeping and protecting your money, you start realizing you don't want to loan people money. You don't want to give people money because you start realizing like, yo, what are you doing with your money? Why should I take on your responsibilities? One of the best videos that I've been watching over and over again is an Ice-T video. It's a little clip on YouTube. And I would really recommend you look it up. Where he says is he's like, we need to stop being so nice to people. He said, every time you say yes to someone when they ask you to do something, you're taking on the responsibility of their problems. You're making their problems your problems. And you need to quit worrying about other people's problems, especially when they're having financial problems. If they are in a financial situation, the only person that can get them out of it is them. And all they have to do is start controlling their spending. Like I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday. I was like, you know, man, people don't realize how much I sacrificed to start understanding how to understand money. They didn't understand the sacrifices I was doing. I wasn't complaining. I wasn't out here like, oh, woe is me. Like, I remember for a month I ate beans and rice. Beans and rice. I had money in the bank, but I was eating beans and rice. Like, it hits different when you have money. It hits different from when you're actually broke. It's easy to eat ramen when you're broke. I did that before too. I ate ramen for 6 months straight because I was broke. Paycheck to paycheck, paying off debt, paying off credit card, paying off a car title loan, paying off payday loans, all of this nonsense that I was doing, paying out the stuff that I was pawning. Like, all of this dumb stuff I was doing, I was eating ramen. And it didn't bother me. But when I was eating beans and rice and it was a choice and I had money sitting in the bank, it hit different. It hit different. It hurt. So I'm like, damn, I'm sitting here. It's getting boring. Your palate just is like, I'm tired of eating it. Your mind start playing tricks on you like you're gonna become nauseous or something. And it was all in my head, but I still kept going through it. And then I started tempting myself more. I was like, okay, if I can able to do this, how can I actually bring my food costs down cheaper? And so I did this for 30 days. I had bought a 20-kilogram bag of potatoes in Panama. I ate nothing but potatoes and greens. And usually it was cabbage. I was eating potatoes and cabbage every day. I learned you can fry potatoes, you can boil potatoes, you can make a mock potato lasagna. I started understanding you can like cut them into thin sheets. You boil them a little, then you bake them, season them up. Like I was doing crazy stuff. My neighbors at that time, they was like, "Are you okay, man?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying something out." And after I started doing that more and more and more, I started realizing, you know what? All of this eating now, all of this nonsense of spending money, the things I thought was a necessity, it's not that serious. Because when I was able to go to Amsterdam, I was like, man, I had more fun going to Amsterdam, which was a childhood dream of mine, going around walking, rode the boat through the canals, laughing and talking to the police, went to a head shop, all of these different things, went to some museums. It was way more fun than eating out. It was way more fun than going out and drinking. And so like you have to start conserving. You have to become conservative with your money. And that means to keep and protect it. And it's keeping and protecting it from yourself. Sometimes it may be even from your family. One of the things that I institute right now to this day is I have a level of brokenness. It doesn't mean that I don't have money in the bank. It just means I have money that I'm not going to help somebody. Because one, I don't really like loaning money to people because I'm not a bank and I don't do microloans. And two, I don't like taking on other people's responsibilities. Because a lot of times when people want to borrow money from me, it's not a one-time shot. Like there's it's a situation, okay, if there's a major emergency. Like give you an example, this really happened. When CC passed away while I was in Colombia, my mind was just all over the place. I couldn't think straight. I forgot the pin to my debit card. I couldn't remember the pin to her debit card. I got myself locked out of my bank account and everything. And I asked my buddy Ed, I said, "Hey, Ed, I'm so sorry to do this, but right now I'm just not in the right mental space. Can you just give me the money so I can get her cremation done? I promise you I'll give it right back to you tomorrow." I was just like, right now I'm just not in the space. He's like, "Yeah, Jason, don't understand. I understand you're busy." Not busy, but he understood what I was going through. And when he did it, I appreciated it. And the first thing I did after I took care of that, I calmed down. I breathed. I went to the bank because I had to call my bank, called them, got everything unlocked. I was able to get back into my accounts and everything. I took the money, I gave him his money back. I was like, "Ed, here you go. I apologize. I even had to ask you for that because I felt bad inside. Like I'm not one of those people who, if any little thing come up, any little obstacle that I want to, hey, can you help me? I'm like, hey, I'll figure it out. Even to this day, like I'm real big on, I like to figure out my own problems. If it's a problem I'm in, I got myself into it. And so like you have to start understanding it is not your job to actually take care of other people's financial problems. It is their job. The more we keep enabling people financially, they're just going to keep making the same dumb decisions over and over again. It's not even a mistake. It's a decision. We make a decision every time we do something. Like most people, they actually make enough money to take care of themselves if they knew how to budget, but they do not want to budget. So what I started doing was incorporating I'm broke. Now, in the beginning, it started out, I was at zero because I didn't have money. Then it went up to maybe $100, then $500, then it could be a few $1,000. Like I can be sitting on maybe 10 or 20,000 in the savings account. I'm broke. That ain't for you. I did not keep and protect this money to give to someone else, and you shouldn't also. Now I know some of us have cultural traditions and all of this, but look, cultural traditions should be supporting you becoming financially free. Cultural traditions should be supporting you becoming the best version of yourself and you not being stressed out for your family. Like if no one else is going to care about your family and your personal situation, why should you be caring so much about others? You have to start keeping and protecting your money. And the only way you're going to do that is if you start budgeting and tracking your money. So today's exercise, and this is a real quick video. I know it's a weekend. Everybody want to get out. You don't want to be on here for an hour with me. But if you really serious about getting financial freedom, just start tracking your money. Write down for the next 3 days every single thing you spend on. Every single thing. If it's you buy water, if you buy a snack, you buy some crisp, you buy some candy, if you go on a date, you write down what you bought and what she got. Everything you pay for the next 3 days, just track it. And then start really seeing how much money is going through your fingertips on things that may not be that important. And then start asking yourself, if I had this money right now, what could I have invested it in? Could you have bought a little piece of crypto? Could you have bought a stock in Lusaka Stock Exchange? Could you have put it towards getting a government bond or trust? What could you have done with it? Could you have set aside to just for when you're ready to start up a business, to do your own business entrepreneurship? Really start thinking about that. Like, you have to start understanding that everything that you want is at your fingertips, and it is your job to discipline yourself and to protect yourself so you're able to do it. So this is a quick one today. I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to try to get on here early tomorrow, but I do have some things I need to do, so I'm not sure yet. But hopefully I can be on here before maybe 10 in the morning. I'm going to probably go do some test drives on the car before we start putting a driver in it, just to make sure everything's running good. You have to do your due diligence. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak, and it sure as hell is not easy. So just remember this. I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.